of what's going on, then everybody kind of enhances everything. And you know, what clutters things up is poor transportation. You know, a dear friend of mine, in fact, he said I could use his name, David McIntosh, who lives at 115 East Richardson, can't even get out of his driveway. So it's ugly. You know, it's just ugly. We do have a very good street department, do a very good job of cleaning. But what we really need to do is continue to really enhance that entire section across the railroad tracks. You know, there are more businesses on that side of the railroad tracks than this side of the railroad tracks. And we could really make that pretty, you know, really make it attractive. And we can do a lot of things to make this attractive. In fact, one of my first plans is to put a beautiful gazebo right in the middle of that town square. So on these types of third Thursdays, things of that nature, there's a great place for the band to plug into. It's a safe venue. It's a place to have, you can have little, you know, arts and crafts skits. You can have little singing groups. I mean, there's all kind of things to enhance and embellish, that kind of stuff. And also what I'd like to do is down in town, in the Azalea Park, as I got this idea from college, is I'd like to have a night of the movies. Outdoor theater. We bring your own, and we'd have a couple of kiosks out there where we'd sell our own popcorn, give away free water. Now you think, oh, he's financially frugal, all right, giving away free water. But the point is, you attract people in there. Just see that mindset of a couple hundred people sitting in the grass along as you're watching Gone with the Wind together or something like that. You know, we want to create a feel that people say, you know, that is an unbelievable special place. There's a heartbeat there. There's a care there. And the more we do things together, the more fun they are. And that kind of breeds to other great things to do. So that's a start.
Okay, let me see if I've forgotten anything here. How do you think you're going to work to maintain Somerville's identity in the face of North Charleston creeping up on us?
The only way to protect anything is build a perimeter. And that is part of my annexation plan, is not for unbridled growth, but when I want to applaud Dorchester County. Well, by buying Pine Trace, when you own something, then you control what you can do with it. If you don't own it, then you are at the mercy of what they do. And if we don't build our perimeter out, I promise you the city of North Charleston will be right at Lincolnville. And the city of Charleston will be right at my back door. I mean, in the wonderful words of the movie, The Sound of Music, the Auschwitz is coming. So the question is, are we going to be run over by it? Or are we going to be proactive, and are we going to defend our territory? Because once you do that, then we can build the necessary things, the infrastructure that we want to do that will always protect our core. And that's the whole deal. And let's be honest, friends. I mean, take away Somerville, and you have nothing in this town that would remind you of anything different from, and you name the town. Name the town. Nothing. But what we have is so unique and so special, it is worth everything we have to protect it. And that is one of my core principles, to protect this town that we all love, and to preserve its rich heritage. And once again, that is a community effort, where we all understand, you know, what our core values are and work together to defend that and promote that.
Howard, do you have any questions this time?
Yes, I do. Mr. Minor, I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I guess, why do you want to be mayor? And second, we've been hearing a lot of talk about whether Somerville needs a part-time or a full-time mayor. I'm wondering what kind of mayor you would propose to be, and how that would relate to what we need.
Thank you for that question. Since I know a lot of you in this room, away from this particular interview, I feel very comfortable to tell you this. I was going through my diary, and I need to confess the fault here. My diary is not totally consistent. You'll see 2 or 3 month gaps, okay, stuff like that. But anyway, I like to journal. On Palm Sunday of 1994, I should have brought it with me. I've diaried out, I feel the Lord leading me to be the mayor of Somerville. I feel His call. I need to be obedient to that and see where He leads. why I'm running for this is 4 things. Number 1, I love this town. I believe in this town. I'm going to promote this town, and I believe it's my call. Secondly, the question was, how do I see this? I am totally open that I pray that by the 2nd or 3rd year of my term, it will be a full-time position. Because if you're going to do what we have to do to promote and protect this town, it can no longer be run by a committee of 8. It has to have leadership, it has to have a vision, and it has to have support. And what my prayer is that when my term is through, it will be a model so anybody, any man or woman in their 30s and 40s who is bright, intelligent, motivated, has a strong background, would want to be the mayor because they can support their family and do this job right. So it's a future forecast that I think is a model that will be dynamic, especially of where we are in the Tri-County. We compete against behemoths who are run by full-time mayors. And every thinking minute they have is, how can I annex more? How can I grab more? How can I promote my city more? And I'm going to tell you this. Is this being recorded?
No.
It's
Well,
Mills.
What?
You're on tape.
Tape.
You see this, right?
Oh. Is that my good side?
It is your good side.
All you've gotten is the bottle for the last hour and a half. I had the most wonderful talk with Mayor Berlin. In fact, I love the man. In fact, I was at his house, he and Marlene, and I was just talking about his life and all the things he served. And I said, by the way, how much time do you think you've been spending in that position as mayor? And without even batting an eye, it's about an hour and a half a day. Mm. That's exactly what we got in this town today. We're going to, I mean, Diane, if you went to your shop an hour a day, you would have no shop in a year. We've got to think like this. And this mayor position is going to require somebody, whether it's me or the other 2 bills that are running, to throw their energies in there, their passions in there, and yoke it all together so we can be a competing force on the Tri-County level and beyond. Now, why do I say the 2nd year? Because the budget's already set. But I don't mind telling you, I can't raise my family on $15,000. And the reason I'm running is because my family's position is secondary to the town's promotion. And I would never say that unless I felt there was a call on this, what I'm doing.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned core values. What are the core values?
Core values of me?
No, core values you said for the town.
Oh, the core values of this town, I believe, is the integrity of its history, the preservation of a unique lifestyle that you can't buy. You know, this place drips with the richness of a lifestyle that is intoxicating to people that come in. And you know, I mean, not just the buildings, but the merchants that are inside the doors, you know, and the people that are walking the streets. I wish I could say that I was at Sweetwater, but I was not. I was at the Mustard Seed, and it was a bad meal, by the way. But there was a guy in there, and his family had been in Charleston for the weekend, and they were leaving, and they stopped in. They shopped in some of this, went to Maggie Rose. He said Maggie Rose, and he said, you know, 3 or 4 people said hello, and he said they actually meant it. And that's, there's some kind of persona, there's some kind of heartbeat. That's the core. You know, it's a richness in what we have, and of course part of that is of who y'all are. I mean, the quality of people that are promoting the town and living in the town. You know, it's just a great group of people. You know, and
Does anybody else have a question?
I don't think I answered a question.
Did you?
Well, peel that onion back one layer for. I'll try to help you.
Well, core values, that's a really important statement. You know, if someone asks me what my core values were, what are your core values? And then I want that as an overlay to a town. It's real important to me. Politics.
Thank you.
In the past, so I mean, so what are your core values? If that's not too personal.
No, ma'am.
And then I want an overlay for. So what are the town's core values?